I'm Janie.
And I'm Margaret.
And this is Facts and Frivolities.
We're good at it when we actually do it.
When we do. It takes a few tries, but we always get it. Today, Maggie and I got dressed separately and accidentally put on dresses that we also bought separately months apart. They are almost identical.
They're
these
the same
dresses.
dress.
They're like, the patterns are so similar.
They're like patchwork, floral, pink, printed,
orange,
right,
boho vibe, like short
mini dress.
And we both wore long socks and boots. Maggie and I have very different styles.
We really do. And somehow this morning, Janie went, Cody, you won't imagine what we've done. And Cody goes, I don't know, both wearing the same kind of boho chic outfit at the same time. And we were like,
okay.
Well, yes.
Sometimes when you've been with someone for a decade, when you've been with two someones for a decade, they both know your mind more than you're ever comfortable with.
We're also both wearing best friend necklaces that we have with different friends.
That's true. And we got them completely separated from each other. My best friend got me mine, I think the same week that Maggie got her best friend theirs. Completely unrelated.
Did not talk about it.
Nope. So I'm going to start the topic today.
Yay.
We're going to switch it up every week if we remember. My topic, it's very personal to me. I am affected directly. Sorry, it's hard to talk about. My topic is what happens when you turn 30 that makes you suddenly really like birds.
Like really like them.
This is a scientific presentation. I'm just going to get the basics of this out of the way.
Okay.
I care because this topic affects me personally. Because I turned 30 and got really into birds.
She did. Like the day she turned 30, she woke up and said, I think I'm into birds now, and has been very into birds for the past 9 months.
I can't explain it. I didn't plan it. I just one day saw a bird and thought, I don't think I hate that anymore.
Did you hate that?
I used to hate birds. I used to be afraid of pigeons. I used to go to New York City and be like afraid of the pigeons because
Good thing we never went to New York City together because that would give me the ick.
Yeah, no, I know. It would give me the ick too. Truly. I thought that they were too dirty.
Oh, so it was like
birds
an OCD
are dirty.
thing.
It was an OCD thing. But now birds aren't dirty. Birds are nature to me. So my mind has reclassified it and it's okay. But that's not what this presentation is about. So again, the basics. What is a bird? A bird is a warm-blooded, egg-laying vertebrate animal distinguished by the possession of feathers, wings, a beak, and typically, but not always, by being able to fly.
This is a genuine question. Is that something you learned in elementary school? Like, were classifications of animals something you learned in elementary school?
I remember learning the word genus, and I remember the word species.
Okay.
But we weren't allowed to believe in evolution, so that did limit what we learned a lot. I did not get the bird education that my peers did, I think. Okay. What is bird watching? Bird watching is the practice of observing birds in their natural environment as a hobby. It is a hobby of mine now that I have turned 30.
It's a free hobby, which is nice.
Okay, skipping ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Reasons people get into bird watching. It's free.
Same brain.
No, people do get into bird watching for a lot of reasons. These are things like it's free, it's easy, it doesn't really require any skill to get started. It gives you exercise and fresh air. It gets you out of the house. It's enriching. It can be done solo. It can be done in groups. It can be done anywhere. It's accessible. So there's a lot of reasons why bird watching is a hobby that people get into. But none of those reasons have to do with turning 30. When you turn 30, your mind, it starts to suck. Brain volume and brain weight decline, mostly in the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus, which are the parts of the brain responsible for memory, decision-making, and executive control. Neurotransmitters decrease. Neurotransmitters are things like serotonin and dopamine. And your mind is not able to concentrate as well because of all of this. So basically, when you turn 30, your mind and your brain start to wear away. You begin to have poorer memory and poorer decision making. You have less dopamine and serotonin, and your concentration starts to suck.
But the other option is not turning 30. So
next, when you turn 30, your body starts to suck. By the age of 30, the body loses 10% of its muscle mass. People at age 30 begin having less sex. They're also older than 42% of Americans and 52% of the entire world.
Okay, here's the thing. I got hornier when I turned 30.
Statistically.
Okay.
Statistically, when you turn 30, you are having less sex than
I
the
guess
previous
that makes sense.
10 years.
Yeah.
So by the age of 30, your mind sucks. Your body sucks. You're probably only having sex about once a week. Your finances suck because by the age of 30, you're probably near $20,000 in debt. And our economy is collapsing on top of that.
We're so fucked.
So let's review. You turned 30. Your body hurts. You're getting dumber. You're broke. But then you see a bird. That bird is just flying there so carelessly in the sky. And oh, look, it has a friend. Its friend is so much prettier than it. I wonder why. I wonder if there's an app I can download to see what they are. And wow, I think they have a nest in that tree.
That's how it happens.
That's how it fucking happens.
And it's a cardinal. For us, both of us, it was cardinals.
30-year-olds, we know, are looking for hobbies that are inexpensive, accessible, dependable, and challenging but achievable. These are all things that people who are broke with dumb minds and broken bodies are looking for. Inexpensive, like we already said, bird watching is free. There's ways you can spend money. You can get things like binoculars or published guides, paid apps, things like that. But in general, it is a free hobby. I have never spent money on bird watching.
I bet it could get expensive, though.
I did go on a boat cruise.
Exactly.
You can spend money on it, but you don't have to. Most of it is done in your backyard.
I feel like you would be at your most joyful at a overpriced but extremely well-run birding retreat.
Like a mindfulness yoga birding retreat.
Right.
If that doesn't exist, that's the next retreat
I mean, no, it's not. Birding retreats for sure happen.
Birds are nearly everywhere. They are in cities and mountains and everywhere in between, and bird watching doesn't require a lot of skill when you get started. It really doesn't require a lot of skill ever because I am almost a year in and have no skill, and I'm still enjoying it.
The beautiful thing about looking at birds is you can just look at a bird and know nothing about it, and you're still looking at a bird, but also you can look at a bird and know everything about it, and you're still just looking at a bird.
Sometimes I'll say, I hear that. I think that's a cardinal. And then I'll get out the Merlin app to check, and it's not.
Sometimes she's right, though.
It's chance.
It's more often than I'm right. Honestly, it might be chance and the fact that there's like probably 6 kind of birds out there, but she does get it with enough regularity that I've noticed like that she gets them regularly.
I'm actually so proud of myself right now. And next, 30-year-olds are looking for hobbies that are challenging and achievable. Bird watching is challenging. Like we were just talking about, it challenges things like your memory, which is starting to deteriorate when you turn 30. So working on your memory is actually really fucking good. Part of this is I got really into brain plasticity. She didn't get really into brain plasticity. Brain plasticity. It is hard. She convinced herself she was going to get early onset dementia from using apps, Google Maps, GPS in general. Yeah. I have OCD.
I'm just going to follow that logic thread really fast. Janie read a study that said that people who use GPS systems are more likely to get Alzheimer's. We're not going to think about the fact that doesn't make sense because people have only been using GPSs for like 15 years. So the old people that have Alzheimer's, we're not using GPSs for the majority of their life, and we're also exposed to things like lead, so maybe that's the bigger issue. But then she discovered that birding is good for your memory, so she's allowed to use GPS again.
That is exactly the logic that we are following. That is correct.
Okay, just making sure I understood. And
notes.
Now we get fun bird facts, so I'm happy with it.
There are a lot of benefits of bird watching. So we did already talk about memory a little bit, but what we didn't discuss is statistically bird watching is linked to staving off Alzheimer's and different types of dementia.
I totally believe that. Because you're getting out there and you're learning stuff.
It's genuinely like you're doing a puzzle. It's also meditative. So bird watching has been proven to lower heart rates, to lower stress levels and tension. It boosts self-care. It helps people sleep better. And all of this helps to maintain a healthy outlook on life. Finally, bird watching has a very minimal impact. Not only is this not bad for the environment, research shows that people who bird watch are actually more conscientious. So bird watching ultimately helps the environment.
Makes you a better person.
I'm not sure I've become a better person. I wouldn't go that far. I do have some testimonials from bird watchers.
Fuck yeah.
This is a Redditor.
Okay.
And they said that bird watching made them less speciesist. This is their quote. It's beautiful, genuinely. This is so beautiful. We're blind to so much. And to that end, bird watching has helped me become less speciesist. The more time I spend with birds, the more I see them as just another creature we share the planet with. We talk, sing, shiver, mate. We nest, we raise young, we hunt for food. They're just like us, just trying to make it work, trying to make it all work. And you know what? They have.
Okay, so when you were reading that quote and they said, we talk, we sing, I was like, oh, he's talking to the birds. He's singing with the birds. We shiver, we mate. And I was like, that's not the context.
No, you were right the first time.
What are you doing to these poor birds?
Your bird watching has gone wrong somewhere. On the topic of birds being just like us, birds are yappers. Birds talk more than... Birds talk. They gossip. Birds gossip amongst themselves, which I fucking love. Yeah. They play with each other. They sing with each other. They flirt with each other. Cute. They also make judgments and gossip those judgments to other birds. So they're not just gossiping about things that happen. They're literally making judgments and then telling other birds, like, I think that one's a bitch. So I love birds.
Yeah.
Over 200 birds have gone extinct since Shakespeare was born, which is topical because Maggie's going to talk about Shakespeare in a moment. This is just one quote before I move back on to the funny stuff that I think is worth noting. This is from Deseret News.
That's a Mormon newspaper.
Is it really?
It's not more. Well, yeah, Deseret News is the Utah newspaper. It's not specifically Mormon, but like Deseret is a Mormon thing.
Okay, well, keep in mind then that this quote is coming from Mormons. That makes it even worse. The new birders are the first Americans who can't take the future of birds, nature, or the rest of their environment for granted. Wow. So people who are bird watching now are actually the first people who are like, hey, our environment might not be sustainable for these birds in 100 years.
Us realizing that bird shells specifically were being eroded by DDT and birds were not hatching gave us the Silent Spring, which started the environmental revolution in the 70s.
Okay, so now we're gonna finish on some fun bird facts.
Yay!
Because hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards. Okay. That one's pretty well known. Fastest bird ever flew 69 miles per hour. Nice. Peregrine falcons can dive at 240 miles per hour. Cody told me this. I have not looked it up. I'm just going to choose to believe it because I want to. Cody told me that a peregrine falcon can dive into a lion and kill the lion. I don't know that that's ever happened, but I believe it could.
I think that's like a it could happen thing. I don't think they're dive bombing lions.
Woodpeckers' tongues wrap around their brains to protect them from concussions.
That's amazing, actually.
How fucking cool
is
that?
That's really cool.
That's so cool.
That's
their
a really
tongue
good
is
fact.
just keeping it in place. On the topic of how smart birds are, crows use tools like sticks to dig. They use traffic to crack nuts. Parrots can do math. Ravens solve puzzles. Magpies and pigeons recognize themselves. Things like that. So birds are just really fucking smart.
I have a hummingbird fun fact. Okay, when I was in kindergarten, the first time I was ever on stage, we were doing a presentation about the rainforest in kindergarten. And my line was, the world's smallest hummingbird is about the size of a thimble.
That's so cute. Is that true?
I don't know, but it was the first line. It was Catholic school, so 50-50 chance.
A thimble. That feels like a bug. Like
smallest.
Like a bird the size of a thimble feels like a bee, like a bumblebee. But I believe it.
Well, the smallest known bird is called a bee hummingbird. It is native to Cuba and the Caribbean.
Also, birds fly in a V formation because it conserves energy. What you can't tell from below as they're in a V formation is each bird is actually flying above the one that is in front of it. And that helps with wind resistance.
Like driving behind a semi-truck on the highway.
Yeah, sort of. Next, there is a bird out there that has wings, but it has claws on its wings. It's called a Watson chick. It looks so scary, and its claws on the wings are covered by feathers, so you don't see it until it attacks you.
I don't like that.
It doesn't like attack humans. It's like,
you know. Or lions.
Or lions. All right, this is my last fun fact, and I have pictures to go with this one. If you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I will describe it the best I can. The wandering albatross has the longest wingspan of any bird, 12-foot wingspan.
That's crazy.
What's crazier is when you think of a bird with a 12-foot wingspan, you're thinking of a really big fucking bird, right? Now, the wandering albatross is large, but it is not large enough to have a 12-foot wingspan.
Oh, it's cute.
It's a big bird. Its beak is like the size of a palm, maybe.
Yeah, it's like puppy-sized.
Yeah.
It's a puppy-sized bird.
It should not have 12-foot wingspan.
It does have really big wings. He looks really cute.
I
kind of want to snuggle him.
I kind of want to snuggle a wandering albatross. In summary, when you turn 30, you get really into birds because 1, You are in a position where you need a hobby that fits all the criteria of bird watching. 2, birds are fucking cool. And 3, aging sucks, but at least there are birds.
And now, time for a commercial.
Hey guys, so we made merch.
We have merch now.
It's pretty much the only way we can make money on this.
Yeah, but it's also really cute.
So if you're interested in any of our merch, it's available at factsandfrivolities.com.
We'll see you there.
Okay, my topic I have titled, My Life as a Teenage Theater Kid. And I'm not going to be just talking at you about my trauma about being a teenage theater kid.
She could.
I
Trust
could.
me. She has.
I have.
But not to you.
No, we are talking teen movie adaptations.
Ooh.
Of Shakespeare plays specifically. For this presentation, I included in my little search, I included more than just Shakespeare, but I decided I had to narrow it down. There will be a few honorable mentions because some of them are my favorite movies on the planet Earth.
What I thought was really interesting was how many teen movies that I know of that were Shakespeare adaptations, and I had no idea.
Yeah, so I chose 4 movies. I tried to go with ones that either weren't like at the top of every Shakespeare movie adaptation list. I wanted to do ones that were like a little bit more obscure, a little bit more interesting, and also 10 Things I Hate About You, because that's my favorite. Heath Ledger is my comfort actor.
I was in a cult when Heath Ledger was big, and so I kind of missed out on that whole thing. And I remember my cousin loving Heath Ledger and me being like, I'm not full of lust. I am full of lust now.
Yeah, she is.
I think Heath Ledger is so cute.
He is, his smile. Okay, but this is not just going to be a Heath Ledger. I am not someone that gets like enamored with celebrities, and really I think
not men either.
Certainly not. I really think the fact that he is dead helps.
Because he can't do anything else.
Right. Because I can project as much as I want on him, and he doesn't exist anymore.
I have a tattoo on my thigh from an author who is still alive, and I live in fear every day that one day, he's a great guy. He volunteers with charities. He helps local bookstores. Like, he's such a wonderful person. One day he's going to do something. He's going to say something, and I'm going to have this tattoo on my thigh, and I'm going to think of it every time I look at it, and it's going to ruin my life. But that hasn't happened yet. Anyway, go on about Heath Ledger.
My favorite author is a woman, so I'm less concerned. Like I said, we watched 4 movies. I'm just going to give you like a rundown of these 4 movies with color commentary.
I do want to put in there, I did watch these with her. I did not have a choice in the matter.
No. So the movies that I watched were Get Over It, which I had never seen before, Romeo plus Juliet, John Tucker Must Die, which I had seen, but I did not realize was a Shakespeare adaptation, and then 10 Things I Hate About You, which I have seen dozens of times.
Excellent choices.
So the first movie, Get Over It. It came out in 2001. We watched it on Pluto TV with ads. I tried to write down where we watched all of these so that you guys could find them if you want. It is starring Kirsten Dunst. So like already, you know, you're at like a level of quality that this movie should not be at. The black best friend in this movie, because there has to be one because it's from 2001, is Cisco, like Thong Song Cisco. So
the first time I ever heard Thong Song was from Mr. Shu on Glee. And do you know what? I liked it.
Well, I mean, Thong Song is
It's
an
a great
excellent song.
But if you've not seen Mr. Shu, Mr. William Schuster dancing around a thong song, you don't know what you're missing.
Count yourself blessed.
Anyway, Matthew Morrison, thank you so much for your contribution to my pop culture experience, specifically Thong Song by Cisco.
Okay, so Get Over It is based on A Midsummer Night's Dream, which when I was a teenage theater kid was hands down my favorite Shakespeare play.
You know why, right? Because you're gay.
I was going to say because it's pretty gay. Everyone's kissing everyone.
Everyone's kissing everyone. There's no genders.
And there is a play within within this movie, because there's a play within A Midsummer Night's Dream. So
Shakespeareception.
Kirsten Dunst is playing Helena, our version of Helena in this. And of course, she's charming as hell. She's Kirsten Dunst.
Hell in a...
What?
She's charming as hell in a...
This movie has multiple random dance numbers, and more movies should have random dance numbers.
I agree.
Watching these movies has made me realize that we don't have teen movies the way we used to. Like, mid-sized movies don't really come out anymore. But there are, like, specific tropes from teen movies that are so fucking fun, like random dance scenes that don't need to be there, that we are losing. Like, we are losing culture. This was Cisco's film debut. Just good to know.
Congratulations, sir.
The actors in this movie, Mila Kunis is in this movie. Like, the actors in this movie are actually, like, really impressive, and they're just random side characters in this random Shakespeare adaptation that no one has watched. It's crazy. And Martin Short plays...
Martin Short.
Yeah, Mila Kunis and Martin Short are both in this movie. Martin Short obviously plays an evil twink. This is the straightest man to ever make a career out of playing an evil twink. Like,
Martin Short is straight?
Martin Short is straight.
No. I've seen that man in multiple things.
Yeah, you saw him last night. He's dating Meryl Streep, or he was dating Meryl Streep. Yeah.
In real life?
So the premise of this movie is... You're just going to have to keep dealing with that over there while I move us on.
I'm just thinking, I'm recontextualizing right now that Preminger from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper
was played by a straight man.
man?
The story of the movie is that they are putting on a rock opera version of A Midsummer Night's Dream. The main character guy, who isn't played by anyone I recognized, is like, you know, a normal, sad, straight, boring guy who doesn't want to be in the musical, but then Kirsten Dunst is in the musical, so he's going to be in the musical because she's pretty and he wants to put his penis inside of her.
I would too.
I mean, yeah. The soundtrack can be found as a compilation on Spotify if you are looking for it. Vitamin C opens the movie with a musical number. At the end of the movie, Cisco and Vitamin C cover September while the entire cast dances over the credits. And this is another thing that we have lost. Fun credits, dance numbers during credits, bloopers during credits, actual like interesting things happening during the credits, not just sitting there and then hoping for an end credits scene. Lost. I genuinely enjoyed Get Over It. I would recommend it. One thing to know about every single one of these movies, except for Romeo plus Juliet, every single one of these movies drops an R word at some point.
Yeah.
Because these are older teen movies.
These movies sound like your conservative relatives.
Yes. Okay, next movie. Romeo plus Juliet, Baz Luhrmann adaptation from 1996. I rented it from Apple. This is obviously, it of course is an adaptation. It is not as adaptation-y as the other ones. Like all the other ones, like take it out of its context. But Baz Luhrmann, I feel like this counts because it's Baz Luhrmann and everything is so stylized.
He did the most recent Great Gatsby, right?
Yes, and Moulin Rouge is his big one. Yeah, like that's the one he's like super famous for.
Oh, he's an icon.
Yeah, I am a Baz Luhrmann slut. Like 100%, I fully buy everything he's doing. I know that it's silly and hokey and it's on the nose and I do not care.
Honestly, silly hokey art is the art I want.
Yeah. Paul Rudd is in this movie. This is important.
I can't keep Paul Rudd's face straight.
Janie has facial blindness. She took a facial blindness test on the internet when we first got together and could not identify Obama.
They took his hair away.
This movie is so fun. One of the things that I think we get wrong when we're teaching kids about Shakespeare is pretending that Shakespeare is serious. Shakespeare is over the top and campy and really fun. If the words are being delivered in a fun way, they make a lot of sense. And this movie, it is over the top and campy and fun, and that is like what Shakespeare was. Like this was entertainment for the masses.
Intended.
The facial hair in this movie, every last one of them, even Romeo being baby-faced, is so important. The man knows facial hair. Baz Luhrmann knows facial hair.
Does the facial hair play a role in the story?
Everyone's facial hair is so specific to their character. Like the stylizing of this movie, because it's all very like Catholic. It's LA. And the stylization of it is just so specific that you can think that like, yeah, he has that very specific mustache for a reason. You know, you can just tell. And there is gender fuckery throughout this movie, which we love. Baz loves some gender fuckery.
As do I.
Every time I see baby Leonardo DiCaprio, the only thing I think is how unfortunate what's happened to his head is.
Okay, truly.
Like,
why is he shaped that way now?
I think it's gotta be
Steroids.
This movie never lets you forget that Romeo and Juliet is just children playing war. They are babies. They are just children playing with guns, and they shouldn't be. And every death in this movie, you feel that. Like, you feel that these are teenagers playing with things they don't understand.
Being idiots.
Yeah. And Romeo and Mercutio are super gay for each other.
As they should be.
As they should be. I have not mentioned Claire Danes yet, but she is simply excellent in this movie. It stars Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio. The charisma rolling off this woman is insane. The plan is bad, but we know this. We've known
the
this
story
for hundreds of years. I don't know what the friar was fucking thinking. No one should put friars in charge of this sort of thing, apparently.
Friars aren't meant to protect children. Get a woman in there.
Famously.
Get a mom, please, for the love
They
of
really
God.
should have just asked the nurse what they should have done. She would have known.
They just needed one woman.
Yeah. They die. It's sad, and it's really beautiful, and I cried.
Spoilers.
Now a commercial break. Hey guys, if you want to support our podcast, we started a Patreon. We're going to have one exclusive episode for you every month, some polls and other exclusive content. So if you're interested in joining us over there, you can find the link to it through our Instagram or our website, factsandfrivolities.com. We'll see you there.
Next, John Tucker Must Die.
So good. I loved this movie.
It does not hold up.
See, Maggie says that. I think that if you have less morals, it does.
It came out in 2006, and it is 100% a product of its time. You can watch it on Hulu, so that's where we watched it. I've never read The Merry Wives of Windsor. This was the only one going in that I did not know the plot from Shakespeare.
I have read The Merry Wives of Windsor, and I still did not know the plot.
Yeah, I don't know if this is accurate to the plot of Merry Wives of Windsor at all, but it is loosely based on it. So it stars Jesse Metcalfe, also famously the child that Gabrielle Solis was having sex with on Desperate Housewives.
Which we were watching at
the same time.
We had just started Desperate Housewives from season 1.
Yeah.
So we were like actively watching Eva Longoria's character be a pedophile to this man, while then watching this man be a horrible person to 4 different women.
It was stunning. Brittany Snow is the main lead
So
aside
hot.
from this. Her main conflict is that her mom is super hot and getting laid.
Which isn't unlike another Desperate Housewives.
True. Basically, we learn that Jesse Metcalfe is dating 3 women. Brittany Snow befriends these women. These women are played by Sophia Bush. Hot.
So hot.
So hot. Ariel Kebald, she was the only one who, I think she's a TV actress. I don't know her
But
very
also
well.
hot.
Also hot. And then Ashanti.
Also hot.
Also hot. This movie fucks with All American Rejects. I also fuck with All American Rejects. I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Because he's keeping them all secrets.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. There's a girl fight in this movie that for sure made me gay. Penn Badgley is in this movie playing the unattractive little brother, and the only way to do that is to give him terrible hair. They make John Tucker the literal poster boy for herpes at one point. And then this is the scene that truly does not age well, but is very funny. They dose Jesse Metcalfe with estrogen. They put estrogen in his protein powder, and that makes him act like a 2006 stereotypical woman.
This is what I mean when it's like, I shouldn't laugh.
Right.
But it was so funny.
He's crying and he's sad because his breasts hurt.
He's playing basketball and he's upset because
they're
people aren't being
mean.
nice to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, dude? I get it.
Right. He's not wrong.
The boobs fucking hurt.
Yeah. Also, Sophia Bush and Brittany Snow kiss in this movie, and that is actually what made me gay.
Yeah.
It is so hot.
I don't remember seeing this movie ever before we watched it together, but I have seen that scene.
Yeah, you have.
I think I might have just watched that scene on YouTube.
Probably. It's a really good scene. You guys should all just watch that one scene. And then at the end of the movie, he becomes a polyamorous icon and has 2 girlfriends who know about each other.
They don't seem super happy with each other, but they do know about each other, and that's
Right.
on healthy communication. Polyamorous icon John Tucker.
No one said he was practicing ethical non-monogamy. I do recommend watching John Tucker. Don't watch it with your wokest friend. Our final movie, and the best one, is 10 Things I Hate About You. This seminal classic came out in 1999. It is one of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah. It is the plot of The Taming of the Shrew, which is a crazy plot.
Also, calling a bitch a shrew?
So the thing about Julia Stiles is she's just not like other girls.
No. Julia Stiles and I have the same birthday.
They're just really into Aries.
You love an Aries woman.
Allison Janney, not like other guidance counselors. Just a gem. Just an absolute gem. Every outsider boy heartthrob just wants to be Heath Ledger. This is something that I have discovered from the teen movies that do come out. Every time there is a teenage boy trying to act like he is charming but an outsider, he's not doing it as well as Heath Ledger did. He just simply isn't. Another teen movie trope that I absolutely love, that I think this movie gets perfect, is the breakdown of high school cliques, where they go, Clueless does this really well too.
Mean
where they
Girls does it too.
And they talk about David Krumholtz specifically describing different cliques in high school. amazing. It's just perfect. It is bi for bi coded, for sure. Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger's characters, 100%, neither of them are straight. They are in a straight passing relationship. Neither of those two people are straight. The dad is an OBGYN who is terrified that his teenage daughters are going to get pregnant, so anytime they leave the house, he makes them wear a pregnancy suit before leaving the house so they'll feel how uncomfortable it will be to be pregnant. That's funny.
That is fucking funny.
That's just funny.
The like overbearing father who doesn't want his daughters to have sex is creepy to me.
Yeah.
But an overbearing OBGYN father who doesn't want his daughters to get pregnant is not as creepy.
Right.
It's just funny.
This movie rides a line. It's based on a play called Taming of the Shrew. It could really not go well.
But it went great.
It went so
And you know
good.
why? Because Heath Ledger's in it.
Specifically the scene where Heath Ledger is singing in an amphitheater. Dancing with the fucking dimples.
The dimples.
And the smile. Oh, the way that it still works on me.
I need a man with a dimple.
He's a dead teenager and it works on me. It's insane that Julia Stiles flashes her teacher to get Heath Ledger out of detention. That's something that happens in this movie.
Does.
And he's just confused, thank God. And this movie basically ends at prom. And I love a movie that ends at prom. It doesn't end at
Just
prom.
like Twilight.
Just like Twilight. Two of my favorite movies. 100% 10 Things I Hate About You. You should watch. It does hold up. It is excellent. I do think they use the R word.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because when they said it, you said, oh, I got another one on the list. I said, are you keeping track? And you said, it didn't start as me keeping track, but it became very apparent very quickly.
Yeah, we really used that word a lot. My presentation is technically over. I do just have to give an honorable mention to my actual favorite movie on the planet, A Knight's Tale, also starring Heath Ledger. It is kind of an adaptation of the Canterbury Tales, the Chaucer work. It is only an adaptation if you really squint at it and turn your head. There is a tale in the Canterbury Tales called A Knight's Tale, and Paul Bettany is technically playing Chaucer. So the idea is that like A Knight's Tale is taking place congruently with the other tales in the Canterbury Tales, and Chaucer is experiencing these tales, and then he's writing all of the Canterbury Tales. And this is like part of his journey that just like didn't make it into the book. I'm counting it because it's my favorite movie.
And because Heath Ledger is in it.
And because Heath Ledger is in it. And that one everyone should go watch.
It is a great movie.
And then go to a Ren Fair.
In general, adaptations. Are you a yes or a no adaptation person?
I'm 100% yes. And with that,
we bid you adieu. We are on pretty much all socials, so if you liked what you hear, go ahead and check us out. We are on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff.
And if you want to support us, we do have a Patreon.
We're going to tell you guys all about our stalker.
Yeah.
We'll even show you the letters they sent us. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for listening.